getting ready to go to bed, but I was just like, this Hollywood life, like Jennifer Lopez story. It's like, good God. I hope they're not talking about that rapist because that would be like horribly sad for whoever she's going out with. It's like, um, when you are like with somebody in, whatever, some kind of like sad post-rape relationship, right? And the person that you're with comes up with like these ideas for your relationship, and then you're seeing someone else and you're like doing that with them. It's like wicked sad if that's what's going on. I mean, it almost sounds like that. And like, she's like telling this person the same crap she tells everyone. So it's like when someone does that, it's not a real relationship. I mean, no one is that kind of like uncreative, I guess. Like, it's one thing if you have friends or something and they ask you for like advice on, what you could do that's kind of like cute in a relationship or something. And it's another thing when you're like just doing the same thing with every person. Like, trust me, that's a definite sign that the person is not even like interested in you. Like, they don't even have like that high school kind of like crush on you. It's like they're totally just like going through the motions with you, and it's like a almost like a factory that just like pumps out, people that she's going out with. Like, I can't even think of anything that I like do the same with like different people that I've dated. And it's just, I don't know, something like that is just like really, really sad. Um, but I guess people still have an interest in that. I mean, if it is kind of like the actual Jennifer Lopez and that baseball player, it just kind of like reiterates what I was saying. It's like he seems like he's like like a retard, honestly. He seems like he's like a retard that this woman is kind of just like doing an Angelina Jolie with him. And he's kind of just like going along with it. And he has like no self-esteem. I mean, if some woman, like, I don't know, as obviously I'm not homosexual and I'm not a guy, but it's like I would have to think in my mind, if I was like going out with some woman and she's like dictating my entire like life, even down to my wardrobe, that's like so belittling. And I've tried to like explain this to other people, like even Alfred. I tried to explain this to him. It's like, okay, look, in a female's like mind, if you let her like, it's hard to explain when someone doesn't have all these other emotional issues and distorted thoughts. But when you let a woman kind of like control you like that, like she's the man, she is not even going to be able to have sex with you eventually, because most people that are healthy of mind don't like that. They don't like having a man that is like that sort of like passive, I guess is what I'd call it. Like, they want a man who's kind of like a man and has some kind of a point of, like, you gotta remember when you're a man, right, that these women are crazy. They're not men, and that they're kind of like unhinged most of the time. They're like off the charts because, I don't know, they blame it on hormones, but I can tell you it's not hormones, because I have hormones. I had 6 children, so clearly I have hormones. And they go kind of like, it's almost like they want a man because it's like stable to them. And they're not like off the rails because a man is kind of like a calming force, and he's like, you need to like calm down, like you're hysterical, like you're being like a little bit too crazy, you're being a little bit too wacko. And so I think when men don't do that, it's like women sort of begin to take on like a role that isn't gonna work in a relationship like that. Um, I think that he's definitely gonna eventually get bored and get bored with this. Like or she is. I mean, either he's gonna be like, what the hell is this? I'm like not even a man anymore. I mean, I might as well sit down when I pee. Or she's gonna be like, no, not tonight, just repeatedly. Like she's just not gonna even be able to do it. So, again, in terms of like counseling and stuff that they refuse to listen to, I don't know why they won't just take a break and do inventory. It's almost like when people won't do this, because I went through this with my ex, um, where I was like asking him, um, in terms of, um, he said to me that he was concerned that if he wasn't living with her, that she would break up with him. It's like, dude, that's the hint to break up. I mean, because people that are in a new relationship aren't gonna break up because they're not living together. Like they just always want to be around each other and stuff. That doesn't cause a breakup. That's kind of like, if you're not up this woman's behind all the time, she's gonna break up with you. And like trying to get him to take 6 months off, it's like, I think when they won't do that, they know that the relationship is doomed, and that's why they won't do it. Like they know it in their mind. It's kind of like, in a drastic example of this is like that rapist was like, we got to do this right now, or we got to do this tomorrow, because it was like she knew that it was not a good thing. And then it was like, if either one of us had a second to friggin' think, that we wouldn't be doing that. You know what I mean? And it was like, it was sort of like an accelerated version of what happens to these people. And that's how I view this thing with this Jennifer and Alex thing, where it's like they're still posing for photos and stuff. It's like, holy crap, because there's no way in heck people are just following them around. I mean, who the heck cares about some baseball player and some, a singer, which, can anyone even remember a song the chick ever sang? It's like she's nothing but a PR machine, this person. And it's like, who would be following them around taking photos? So then I kind of go, it's got to be like a pseudonym for somebody else. And I'm like, she's actually seeing someone? And it's like, oh my God, it's like you totally didn't take any of the advice. There's no way she's still going to South mental health. Because I'm sure that any doctor there would have told her the same exact thing that I did, that she needed to just completely stop dating and do a recovery process. So it's like totally proving the point of when people say that when you refuse to not date for a year, you're really, really messed up. Like you're hiding in relationships, and you're never going to be able to have a good relationship. I mean, you're not going to even have a relationship that lasts. Like, again, the guy won't even wear a ring. And she's been hanging around with this guy at least for months now. And this thing about the bikes, it's like, does he not know that the only reason she got into this bicycle thing is because of that other guy she was screwing? I mean, it didn't take me. As soon as someone from the shelter said something about something, yeah, when us and the guy's name were riding the bikes, and I went, oh my God, that's why she bought a bicycle. It was like, what the hell? Like, this guy doesn't go, oh my God, that's why you want me to wear a shirt that's the same as yours? That's what we were doing. I mean, at that point, the person should really get that it's like, this chick is a screwball, and like, none of these people mean anything to her. It's like every single person she goes out with, it's like she's kind of like, single white female where she's still copying some person she just screwed. And it's almost like she's in a perpetual trying to make someone jealous. But it's just like the next person, the next person, the next person, the next person. And in truth, she doesn't care about any of them. It's just like some sort of sickness with her. So, I mean, if they're around people from the shelter, someone should mention to this guy about the matching shirts. Seriously, to God, because even if he is kind of like an a-hole or something or whatever, it's like no one deserves to be doing that, okay? And also, I mean, if that person does not get some psychiatric help, it's like so sad.